the one and only Amer Ali.
Thank you everyone. Can you hear me?
And then I started doing more research and I found you, and I hate doing videos, but the coaching calls was one of the things. And then you had another video that caught my eye where it was specific, outside the PMP, but I knew this is real content. This is things that will be on exam, right?
I did hard work for sure, but I think the follow-up, sir, you did. I don't know how you managed to do the follow-up. With one particular student like me, you have hundreds of students. You are just keeping an eye on each of the students. So after my hard work, I can say that the credit goes to you, sir. That is for sure.
Hi Amer, good morning. Yes, I cleared the exam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. And this has happened only because of the customized roadmap and mocks, and you always keep on asking us to do proper RCA, detailed RCA. It happened only because of the detailed RCA. Yes, this RCA helped me a lot.
Thank you for all this guidance and support you gave me. Mr. Amir, thanks for our team.
So I was just looking at his post, like who cleared the PMP, and he used to post the success stories on daily basis. So I reached out to Alina and I asked her how's his program or something. So she said you can trust him and you should join this program if you are looking for it.
It was a very customized base feedback that I was getting from sir, from you.
So yes, follow-up is very important, and thank you very much for that. It made me accountable. If you didn't ask me this often, I would have slacked off more.
I would say your course was super important. I think this was the main part, once you understand the course, and then I think the mocks were super important. Your emphasis on mocks, you kept nagging us that, get this mock done, do RCA. All of this was super helpful because questions were they were similar. So yeah, mocks were, there are so many mocks that you have, and if you do all of them, I'm pretty sure anybody who goes, who does them can easily clear a PMP.
Amer, first of all, thank you so much. I think without your guidance, it took me 1 year, one complete year. I was preparing for PMP through books and everything. So I was giving some mocks also available online, and I was not able to, have that confidence that I'll be able to clear. But I'm telling you, after attending the classes, especially after doing the mocks, doing the RCAs, I was feeling confident enough that yes, I can attempt it. And the day you told me to book your exam, I still asked you, but are you sure that I can give the exam? And you said yes, you are ready.
First of all, I thank you a lot for the privilege, because when I started encounter with your program through LinkedIn, so some of your thoughts, always motivating me, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. So I always follow you, almost everything, all your journeys. I watch all of them, even the one that they speak in your local language.
So that was not an easy journey, and it would not be possible without you. I really appreciate the support. He was always available for my questions and always put me in the right direction. And actually, if I want to say how was the journey, my journey started 2 years back when I first called you for the SP, and then you directed me to PMP, and then we did SP after that, and then you tricked me to do the PGMP.
Thank you so much, and again, Amer, thank you so much, and your mocks are really good. I mean, please, everyone should do your mock for sure, and then they will be all prepared for the exam. And trust your program.
And then you came with your follow-ups, and that kind of really boosted me. Those daily follow-ups, making sure that I was getting the mocks that I needed to do completed, and following up on me, it really boosted my motivation again. And as I was started doing those mocks, I got an opportunity for a job which required me to have PMP. So I had to book for PMP before I get the interview.
Mostly coaching goal is for you understand how you will solve the question. Mostly it is like that. We can only do the 10 or 12 questions, maybe less than that. But main thing is it will come into your bones that you have to do elimination technique. So you cannot go just, okay, this is the answer, I will go directly put this answer. That is the main thing. It will come into you that you have to do elimination technique. That is the best thing for coaching all.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, with the right guidance from yourself, I managed to do good in the exam and to clear the PMP. I would say that your approach was really helpful because I'm not that type of a person who would sit there and read a lot of theoretical things to get things done. I'm more of a practical person who would prefer practicing over sticking to the theoreticals. And
I would definitely say that the root cause analysis for me was the key. And here's why. Is some people try so hard to memorize all the processes and how they're all linked together. And if you do this, then you got to do that. And some people, maybe they think that way. That was very hard for me. It was just a lot to memorize. I'm not Amer Ali. I can't do that. So for me, just the process of actually answering the questions with your technique of process of elimination. And then you're left with always like two answers. Which one do you do? And if you get it wrong, you have to go do the root cause analysis. So thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you very much for everything. Fantastic. I would not have done as well as I had done if I hadn't had the foundation that you gave me, for sure.
Who here wants to be successful? Raise your hands. Good to be back with all of you. With last 2 weeks, the throat was not good, could not do the coaching call. But finally, being with you all, this is something that I love. And I don't think so there is anything else apart from which I'm just gonna do in 2 minutes that I love more. When I'm with you guys, I feel more energetic. I feel more happy. So I'm here today and I would love to answer every single questions that you may have that you want to ask as we move forward. But before that, today I have a very special success journey for all of you. This success journey is special because of the challenges that guy faced. Like, there are so many things that he has faced, but he never gave up. And interestingly, I put it when I wrote his success journey on LinkedIn also. I learned more from him about grit, how to manage and calm yourself, how to feel like, okay, I can do these things, I can work into that way, how to make sure that you are in the top of the game. So without further ado, the person who cleared PMP today, Ali Raza, here you are. Ali Raza, congratulations, man. Really proud of you, brother, how you did it, how you went through that. And so thank you very much for clearing PMP finally. Ali, walk me through your journey and can you put some light on the challenges that you had along the way?
Well, I started in February in Group 2. So then I started with some medication and I'm going through some medical issues basically. So it got really tough for me. I mean, from a student point of view, I'm going to be very blunt. I made all the excuses. I mean, there was never enough time. There was never enough preparation. But then I got the call from Amer. And Amer was like, now you have to book the exam. It doesn't matter what the situation is. Just book the exam and start for the preparation.
Okay.
And that's what I did. Basically, I gave myself 5 weeks. And then I booked the exam, gave myself 5 weeks, and I started the preparation. But after 5 weeks, I and Jane, who was my facilitator, we realized that we are not at that level where we can appear in the exam. So we rebooked the exam. I gave myself another 3 weeks. And those 3 weeks basically gave us the edge. We did all the marks, we did all the extra stuff that most of the students don't see in the regular PMP simulator. And the result is here, that I was able to clear the exam.
You were able to clear.
The students who are basically going through this thing, I would suggest that you do what Amer tell you. Book the exam, give yourself 6 to 8 weeks and start for the preparation. I can assure you, I have made all these excuses. And from my experience, I'm telling you, book the exam, and then start your journey. You will clear it. Amir has a very well-oiled machine. I mean, his facilitators know how to motivate you, how to train you, how to coach you. Amir knows how to mentor you. So trust the system, and trust me, Amir will hold you accountable for your fallings as well. So just trust the system.
Hmm. Okay. I love what you said, trust the system. And this is, I always like to say that instead of doing, we have a system that makes sure every single person become the PMP. Okay. Let's go into that a little bit more. So now, this is a very important thing for everyone. We need to evaluate ourselves and we need to adopt the plan. Ali mentioned it beautifully. Like initially, the exam plan was to do it in 5 weeks, but then we do the risk analysis. We identified, okay, if we do it 2 3 weeks, how much difference it would make, right? If we look at your journey, anyone's journey, many people say, no, I have to give the exam on this date, and they take the risk. This reminds me of the story that someone was in gold mine and doing gold, trying to get some gold, and just near the line he gave up. Okay, so sometimes you need to relook, rechange, get a better score into that. And with Ali, because as he said beautifully, we don't know how many mocks I have. What is in the simulator, that is one thing, right?
Yes.
That is one thing. Apart from the simulator, I have a parallel simulator that has 3 times more than the mock. Ali, you didn't do the entire thing yet, because God forbid if someone fails, then there's another round. Then there's another entire set of mocks that you have to do. Okay, because system is there that makes sure Ali Raza gets it done. Acha Ali, I'll come to you other things into that. Let's go to the exam today. So you give exam home or center?
So could you please repeat your question?
You gave exam in home or in center?
I went to the center.
Okay, where are you and where the center is?
I am in Stockholm, Sweden, and the center was in Stockholm as well.
You are in Sweden. Interestingly, somebody from Sweden joined today, and he asked me the question. I thought you were in Germany, and I told him one of my students from Germany cleared, and I made a mistake. So you are from Sweden, and he was asking. The center was at Stockholm.
Yes.
Okay, and how was the center?
Center was okay. I mean, you can't complain. It's okay.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not the best, I would say, but it's reasonable.
Okay. So when you went there, like at what time the exam was, how did you went, what identity they checked, how was the check-in process? Can you walk through it?
Yes. I arrived in the center 40 minutes earlier
Hmm.
than the time. When I walked into the reception, they checked my ID. There were some forms that I had to fill. There were some undertakings that I had to give.
Hmm.
They asked me for an ID. I produced the national ID, which is they took it. They only asked for one form of picture ID, which I
Hmm.
showed.
Okay.
After that, I had to wait a while. In the meantime, they asked me to basically put away my things. There was a cabinet where you could lock your phone and your other items.
Hmm.
And after that, once the exam started, then it was I did the 60 questions as I was.
Okay.
Uh,
Before the
most,
exam started, did you have tutorial?
yes, there was a tutorial, and I took the 7 minutes and I watched
7
the
minutes.
tutorial.
So can you explain what was in that tutorial and was it helpful or it was not helpful?
Uh, the tutorial is basically tells you how to navigate. I mean, how to go forward, how to go back. I mean, if you don't want to use the mouse, there are some shortcut keys that you can use. How to highlight text, how to unhighlight text. I mean, if you want to flag a question, how to flag a question. It doesn't tell you how to review the question, which comes when you submit.
Okay.
Yes, it doesn't show you the step. It shows you steps up till how to highlight text, how to use the calculator, and that's it. So this review and review all option, it's not shown. So
Hmm. Okay. So then after 7 minutes, did you skip it or you let the 7 minute pass?
I went through the whole 7 minute
All
tutorial.
7 minutes. Okay. Then the 230 minutes timer started.
Yes.
Okay. So 230-minute timer started.
Yes.
How
The
much
time
time you did for first 60 question?
first 60 questions I took 80 minutes.
Was 80,
85 minutes, sorry.
85 minutes.
Yes.
So you are left with 145 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll come to the details of that. Then after 60 question, did you review it or did you went to the break? How was it after
No,
60?
I did not review it because from my experience giving away all these mocks, I found out that whenever I review my questions, I
Mhm.
make more mistakes
You make
statistically.
more mistakes. Okay.
So I took the time 85 minutes, then I went for a 10 minutes break. During that break, I went out, I stretched my legs, I had a sip of water, I had a piece of chocolate.
Yeah, that is my trademark.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So water, chocolate, you did that. Then after 10 minutes, did you take the entire 10 minute or 7 or 8 minute? How was it?
It was 9 minutes and something seconds. And just to clarify something, when you enter the exam, the examination rules are that they ask you to basically fold your sleeves. They ask you to pull your pants a little bit. They ask you to empty your pockets. So you cannot carry, I had a lip balm and a piece of tissue paper with me and my ID in my pocket as well. Every other thing, I basically put it in the cabinet that they provided me. So just remember that don't carry a lot of stuff in your pockets because you
Hmm.
will have to empty them out.
Hmm. Did you put your mobile in the cabinet or in the car?
They had a cabinet there, so I just locked them in the cabinet.
Okay, you will put the cabinet. Okay, so now you started from 61 question to 125, 120, and you
Yes.
have 145 minutes. In how
Yes.
much time you completed this one?
75 minutes.
75 minutes. So you are left with 65 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. So you again 10-minute break you took?
I took the 10-minute break.
Okay.
And
Again, same sequence?
yes, the second part was a lot more tough.
I'll come to the exam toughness and things in a minute. Let's just go to the time management. Now, from 121 to 180 questions, were you able to complete this in 65 minutes?
Yes, I was. I finished 1 minute earlier, actually.
Ah, good. So you moved quickly.
Yes.
You moved quickly. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Finished 1 minute earlier. Okay. Now let's go to the exam part one, part two, and part three. Which was the toughest one?
Part one and part two were toughest. In fact, yes.
Part two was the toughest one.
Part two was the toughest.
Now
Part
this for everybody who is listening. This is I am hearing this from last 6 months that part two is becoming more tough. So when you say Alisa, more tough, define tough for me.
Uh, when you go through our mocks, there are some questions that are scenario based, and there are some questions that basically test your knowledge. For example, the answer is product backlog, or answer is, say, red zone. I only encountered 3 questions in the exam out of 180 questions where they tested this kind of knowledge. Rest of the questions were scenario based,
Hmm.
and part one and part two, they were pretty lengthy questions.
Hmm.
One
Mental.
more, yes, they were. They were very verbose. They were very lengthy. There were some words that they are using which you will not encounter in your mocks. For example, they are using the word cadence.
Mhm.
They are using instead of project manager, they're using agile leader. Agile leader is they are using agile lead as well.
Okay.
Yeah, throughout the test, sprint review was not used, but they were using different words to say sprint review or sprint retrospective.
What do you mean by what word?
They're asking there is a meeting after, for example, there is a meeting in which they were presenting the solution
Demo.
to the
Hmm.
customer. They didn't even use the word demo.
Hmm. So what does this means that they want you to know what is the purpose of sprint review instead of just naming it. Is that
Yes,
something? Hmm.
exactly.
That's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay. So when you say, and Tamur did ask the same question, like what was the length of the question? Like how long the questions were in these parts, first, second, and third?
There were some questions that were like 4 sentences long, and
And
even the
it's on 24 inch screen.
yes, and there were yeah, and even the answers were say 2 sentences long as well. The options were 2 sentences long. And one more thing, when it comes to the answers as well, a lot of the I mean, generally when we go through the mocks, it's like we have 4 options. One option is pretty much out, so we have to choose between 3 options. And between these three options, one is a good option and one is a better option.
Hmm.
But there were many instances where 2 options were the same options. They were just rephrasing those 2 options.
Hmm. Okay.
So you
And
have to pick the right English word for that as well.
they are testing English at, especially
Yes.
in Sweden, a lot. Now the feedback you are giving, it's interesting that how the English, they are checking the basic English. So that's a interesting point of view to put in the context. Okay, okay, that's good. That's really good. Okay, which area was most highlighted in the exam?
It was agile, Scrum, uh, stakeholders, teams. I only got one question related to predictive. Uh,
Hmm.
Everything was either hybrid, even hybrid weren't that much. It was pure agile.
It was pure agile. So just to put in the context, agile was the dominant area of the exam.
Yes, agile, stakeholders, and conflict resolution.
Agile, stakeholder communication team, and agile, the same thing that I say that from day one of the class, that it has been from last 4 years. Stakeholder communication team, agile, if you master them you can clear the exam. That is the same thing for you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you did a lot of mocks. Which mocks were in your thinking, which mocks were more important?
The last mocks, the last 2 mocks that we did, the 120 mock and the 200 mock,
Hmm.
which were pure scenario based, they were excellent. I mean, they test not only your knowledge, they basically test your patience as well. They test your grit as well, because the most important thing that you mentioned in yesterday's call as well, that you have to keep your nerve in check, and this exam is basically a test of your nerves,
I
because
understand.
I mean, after 120 minutes, you start to lose your concentration. I mean, things start to get mixed up. So you have to be, I mean, you have to keep your nerves in check. So if
Hmm.
you can keep your nerves in check, you can easily go through the exam, because you can do the part one, you can do the part two, but when you comes to part three, you're physically tired, you're mentally tired. So you need to make sure that you have the physical and the mental stamina to go through
So
these three.
stamina for doing 180 question, you need to build that stamina. Okay.
Yes.
Hafsha is asking, was the emphasis on a cost part, mean budgeting?
There
Those,
were there were 2 questions relating to budget, and they were very straightforward questions.
they
So
were
there
very
was
straightforward. Now, let's go back to the mock part. So we know 60 question, the stamina is one thing. Like you did a lot of questions, you did random 180, then I give you elite mock, essay project. Which mock was the most important, or the series of mock that everyone should do before they give exam? Because exam is difficult, the language is difficult, the language is challenging, right? Even you doing all the mocks so much, you are still saying that the exam was challenging for you. So what
yes.
they should do?
Uh, Look, these 3 topics: stakeholders, agile. I mean, you have to know them, how they work. I mean, how stakeholders work. I mean, when do you need to look at the RTM? What is Raki? I mean, when do you update a stakeholder register? When do you look at these metrics? So you have to basically know this thing, and you have to know the steps as well, because they are going to ask you the same questions over and over again
Hmm.
with different words.
Hmm.
So I would suggest that the mocks from the 7 to 11 mocks, they're very important. They are tough, but they are,
Random 60.
yes. I mean, the last mocks that we did, basically, I just bear with me and I can tell you which mocks they.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Not a problem at all. Okay. Ali Jaz is asking how many drag and drop questions.
There were zero drag and drop questions and there were zero formula questions.
Okay, so Tariq was asking how many calculation questions. So there is no calculation question. Ali just saying drag and drop. So no drag and drop question. So
Yeah.
both categories, there is no question from that area. Okay, okay, that is very important and
Random mocks 6 to 11, I would suggest that everybody needs to do them.
random 6 to 11. Okay, that's a good thing to know into that. I would recommend all 11 mocks. Okay,
Yes.
all 11 mocks. So Tariq Saab, he mentioned no drag and drop questions. Okay. A very interesting thing, any critical path questions or any diagrammic question where you need to select?
No, there were critical path questions, but they were verbose. They were not in the form of a
Hmm.
diagram.
Okay, okay. Anything else you would like to share with the people? How they should prepare, what they should do, what are the things that they
Yeah,
need?
look, the most important thing is RCA. You can do all the mocks, but if you don't do the RCA after the mocks, it's pretty useless.
Hmm.
I've been preparing for this exam for several months, I would say. The last 2 months, we gave all out. I mean, we went all out with the preparation.
Hmm.
But the thing that I was doing wrong was is that when I was going through the RCA, I was either typing on my screen or I was just going through the questions and I was not writing them. What worked for me in the last 3 weeks was that when I was doing the RCA, I was basically writing them down on a piece of paper. So that writing part worked for me. I
I
mean,
said that I said that 7 months back.
yes. So I mean, you have to write it down basically. So I've got like these notes. I mean, a lot of them is just RCS.
Hmm. Okay.
Write them down, write them down, write them down, and you have to know the reason behind that
Hmm.
thing as well. It's not just the question. Know the reasoning.
You know, need to know the reason behind it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we get a question from Adnan, like difficulty level of 180 mocks that you do, and then he put it further, a comparison of like simulator, and then he's doing actually essay project management mocks. So how you compare that thing difficult? Okay, random is important. Then we have six random, six 180 in the simulator. Then we do essay project management mock. So which was important for you? Which do you think is better for you?
Okay, the mocks will prepare you for the exam. I had 3 questions in the exam that were straight away from the mocks. The statements were from the mocks, but the options were different. So go through the mocks, understand, do the RCN, understand how things work. Uh, the questions can basically change shape, or they can have a different narrative, but you have to know the reasoning behind uh, the questions and their options as well. So
Hmm.
once you know the flow of the information, then it's pretty easy. So,
Hmm.
I mean, those students who believe in rote learning, or I mean who basically learned, okay, we got this question there and I'm sure the this is the option that we have to pick. Don't do that because they can change the scenario, they can tweak the scenario, so it's
Hmm.
not always the same question as in the mock as well.
Hmm, hmm. I understand. And that's a very interesting thing to put in the context that the question keeps on changing, the question keeps on working. And since he's mentioning two, three questions were similar because he has done PMI ATP questions. Since we are premium ATPs, PMI has given us 465 questions. And those questions were relevant to that. Okay. So I makes notes on Excel file. That's the best thing to do. Like the best thing is to make notes or do the RCA is on Excel file. The second best is to write down the hand. And
Yeah,
that's the two option only. I
because
don't give.
yeah, that's what I did in the beginning as well. I was writing that down on an Excel list, but they didn't work for me. So I found out that if I write that down, I remember them better. So
Everyone
yeah,
is different. For
whatever
example,
works for you.
yeah, for me, I write it down on notepads. In my house, everywhere, I have all the technology in the world, right? You know, you have seen, but I still write down on pen and paper. Like I feel better, even I remember or not. So it's always to with other people. Okay. Okay, now this is a very important question, and I will answer this for first. Let him answer. Ali, the question is: did you revise all RCS like 2 3 days back, or how did you do it?
I did revise some RCS as well, but since I was doing the mocks all the time, even one day before the exam as well, so I did not get a lot of time to basically revise a lot of things. But since I was writing down a lot of things, I was revising my notes as we went along. So
Okay.
that
Okay. So I want to answer this question in this way. When your class number one, when you're in one class, it is preparing you for class two. When you're class three, it is one and two prepare. When you are in class 10, all 9 classes has prepared you. You already have that knowledge. The purpose of doing RCA is to revise at that time. Many students want to revise RCA. I never let them. The reason, you have already revised it. There is no need to do that. And for revision and everything, we have something that we provide, and that is more than enough, right? That is more than enough. That works for you. How many times did you read PMP booklet in this journey?
during the 7 months, many times, countless times.
Countless time. This is something I recommend. How important those final day tips, exam tips, and final day point was for you?
I mean, I can't even put them in words.
Yeah,
They were
you must be saying, I heard it a lot, sir. Why did not you give this document to us to before? Were you thinking that same way?
No, I understand your point of view as well, because I mean you have to know the reason behind the PMI and the way things are asked or things are done in PMI. If you give us all these tips earlier, then we probably would never learn the depth of that knowledge.
Yeah, yeah, that's a very interesting thing. Okay, so you used to attend a lot of coaching calls whenever you have a time.
Yes.
Why and how effective it was for you?
Initially, basically, since I was not planning to appear for the exams in that time frame, so I used those coaching calls to basically stay connected to the material and whatever you were teaching as well. But this is for all the students who are listening to this thing. Coaching calls are very important, but you have to put in your hours. Book the exam and start the preparation. Amer cannot teach you everything. Amer can teach you all the basics. Amer can teach you all the tips and tricks. But you have to put in your effort. You have to put in your 4, 5, 6 hours every day before the exam. You have to prepare for yourself. Coaching calls are excellent, but they will supplement you for your efforts. They cannot complement. They cannot replace your effort.
Hmm. Yeah, you have to do it yourself. You have to do your push-ups. Amir cannot do it. Amir is already in the weight loss program trying to decrease it. Okay, Ali. So anything else before I wind up and final questions I will ask you. Anything that you want to share with your batchmate? Your batch was the biggest batch I ever had. You know that? This was the biggest batch I ever had, and this was the biggest thing. And then in between, your coach was not able to carry on. Then anything about Avas and then Jane, because first Avas was there, then he
Yes.
passed his starts to Jane, and in last 2-3 months, Jane has been with you day and night.
Yes, I mean both have been very patient. They have been very good at coaching and mentoring. So I hold them in very high regard.
Hmm.
My last thing to anyone and everyone who is attending this meeting or who will watch this video: book the exam, give yourself 8 weeks, start the preparation. You will clear PMP. Do not be afraid of anything. Amir will take you there. Just put in your hours, put in your effort, trust the system.
Thank you very much for that, Ali. That was what I was going to ask. You said it yourself, how important booking the exam is. So I have started pushing it, and of course, when 100 students will give exam, 99 students will pass with me at least. I don't have 100% success record. Like even I do want to have, but I still have 99% success record. But this is the probability. If you are like, if there's a lottery and there's a chance I can win 99 time out of 100, or even 70 time out of 100, 80 time, my success is 99. But let's put it to that is the lottery I want to play every single day. So this is something I want to put it. Book the exam with talking to your facilitator. Just before your meeting, you are one of the student. I was having discussion, and Martina recommended to reschedule the exam. He was not agreeing. Then I asked him to come to a Zoom call and a discussion with him. So this is a classical example for you guys. If your coach asks you, and let me tell you, I am asking you to book exam for 2 months. Okay, for 2 months. Before you have less than 1 month, your coach will assess and ask you to, if we need to reschedule it. Why? If we reschedule 1 month before, there is no charges from PMI. It's zero charges. But let's say you are left with 30 days, 30 to 48 hours, you can reschedule with $70. Still not bad. Still not bad. Right? Still not bad. Okay. So listen to your coach when they say book the exam, and 99% you don't have to reschedule, but if they ask, work into that. Thank you very much, Ali. Send me a beautiful picture of you. The certificate will come, send it to me, and we will have PMP marathon next Saturday. So if you can make some question answers, I would appreciate that.
Will do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amir. Thank you, Amir and the team. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye. So this was Ali Raza, guys, for you, and he shared his success journey. Now we will solve question answers. If you can message in your groups, I can see many of you are here, and if you can share in your groups that the coaching call has started, it will be awesome. Okay, so that other people can also start, also join. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Okay, let's get this thing done. Everybody message in batch 9. I want to see Salar is there, message in there, batch 9, batch 8, batch 7, whichever you are. I want to see batches messaging that class has started. Okay, I want to share one thing, and this is a very important thing for me that I have started sharing it. Okay, and that is whenever we are preparing for PMP, you need to master three things. You need to master three things in your PMP exam. If you can master three things, we are good to go. In 1 year, you can reschedule as many time as you want. Yes, I don't think so. You will need to reschedule it. Okay, as long as you're on the right track. In 1 year, but when you have application like you are batch 9, okay, you submitted the application, and so in 1 year you can reschedule as many time as needed. That's not a problem at all. Okay. Acha. Just to put in the context, there are three things before I start solving question answer that you need to master in PMP. Not more than three things. And all things are derived from that. Yes, please message in the group that the coaching call has started, that those people can join. And if you are already here, do like the video so that it can start coming into the algorithm. Thing number one, you need to know flow of PMP. Thing number two, you need to know language of PMP. Thing number three, you need to master skill of solving PMP question. These three things, if you can master, you can do PMP. Okay. There is no fourth thing, only these three things. Not four, these three things. What do I mean by flow of PMP? Okay. You need to know how the topics move, what happened next. For example, let's say a change request has been raised and it has been approved by change control board. What should the project manager do next? Put in the chat box. Put in the comment box, what should the project manager do next? A change has been approved. What should the project manager do next? What should the project manager do next? Update plan. Okay. update the change log, implement the change request, update change log, update change log. Okay, all of you are right. Fiza is saying update the change log, update the plans. Okay, everybody is right. Change has been approved. Update the change log, update plans. Plans come later. First update change log, implement the change request, rebalance the project. Okay, so this is part of flow of PMP. Another question. Guys, I'm gonna take this coaching call to a different direction. We will solve those 10 question answers, but I want to make some flow topics. Are you okay with that, or just want to solve question answer? You decide. Put in the chat box. Your decision. I did prepare some notes here because I wanted to share with you. What do you want to do? Put in the chat box, not yes. How do you want to do? Tell me, tell me. Shall I go with the flow, which I have? Flow questions. Okay, flow question. Put flow in the chat box. And please, Fiza, message in the group. Sunil, message with the group that the coaching call is starting and we are doing something different so people can join. I want them here. This is important. Okay, next question in the flow. Actually, let's go with the flow topic by topic. A new project manager is there. A project charter has not been approved. A new project manager is there. A project charter has not been approved. What should the project manager do next? A charter has not been approved. What should the project manager do next? Consult with the sponsor. No, project manager can be Adnan Mustansar. He can be part of the organization. Work with the business analyst to prepare business case and benefit management plan. Charter will authorize project manager. He can be the part of the organization also. No? That is the second case. Consult sponsor. No charter. Part of developing the charter. Good, Adnan. Work with business analyst. Very good. Okay. He should review business case and benefit management plan and support in building project charter. He should work with approval to consult. Tamur is saying work with the. Okay. So he review the business case, benefit management plan, and help in preparing the project charter. That is one thing. Okay. Next sequence. A project manager is hired after the approval of the project charter. What is the first thing he should do? A project manager is hired after the project charter is available. What he should do? Fiza is saying read the assumption log. No, Fiza, sister, that comes later on, not now. Good job. Tamur, no Shabazz, no stakeholder identification. He need to review the charter. He need to review the charter and communicate key stakeholder about their job or things like that. He need to review the charter and communicate them about their job. Okay, then he make assumption log. Okay, let's go to our stakeholder topic. A new stakeholder has been identified during execution. What should the project manager do? A new stakeholder is identified during execution. What should the project manager do? Give me sequence. I need the entire sequence. Update stakeholder register. Update stakeholder register. Update risk register. Mia Sahib, you are saying. Adnan, how can you update stakeholder plan and there is something missing in your sequence? This is the right sequence. Update the stakeholder register. Update mean categorize him, prioritize him. Once you have categorized him, once you have prioritized him, then you raise a change request to update the plans. Adnan, you did not put change requested. Fiza, you need to read PMP booklet one more time. Okay. A stakeholder has left in execution. What should the project manager do? Or a stakeholder has left in execution. Project manager has updated stakeholder register. What else he should update? He need to update stakeholder plan. He need to update communication plan. Okay? He need to update communication plan. On this Saturday, don't miss that coaching call. We will go into these more of flow. Okay? This flows one by one. For anyone, before Saturday, please read this PMP booklet. This Saturday, we are going to do different type of coaching call. First, we are going to go a little bit more in flow of PMP. What happened this, what happened this, what happened that. We are going to go into that area. So for flow of PMP booklet is the number one thing. When did you read PMP booklet last time? Put in the chat box. When did you read the PMP booklet last time? One month ago. Any answer that is today in the morning, any answer that is not today in the morning is a wrong answer. Mustansir, Bilal, Faryal, Fazana Kani, any answer that is not today or maximum last night is a wrong answer. How much time it takes you to read this? How much time? How much time it takes to read it? 30 minutes maximum. Then Taimur, why 1 week back? Vinay, 25 minutes. Then why? Why? Please. Before you sleep today, do I have your commitment? You will study before you sleep today, this at least one time. And message me, Amer, I did PMP booklet. You will message me personally. Ali, Sunil, Bilal Dost, Vinay, Raja Mustansir, Faryal. Do I have your commitment? Thank you. Okay, so I started with, there are 3 things you need to do for flow of PMP. PMP booklet. Second is languages of PMI. Acha, for the flow, we do cover everything in our 6 days of class. We do cover that thing. But then once you have taken the training to build into that. Second, language of PMI. Again, in the 6 days of class, we cover that. You solve question answers, you do root cause analysis, we do that. But a special thing I do for this is flashcard. When you go through the flashcard 2 times and then 3rd time, you remember 99% of the language of PMP. That's it. So the second case becomes flashcard. Okay. Acha, if you are not my student and you say that I don't have your flashcard, either you can join the program or just open any book. You have PMBOK, you have any other book. At the end, there's a glossary. The glossary is there. You can make your own. Third and most important thing, so skill. You see, here I put flow, here I put language, because the language of PMI is different from other languages. Okay, what language you are using is different in your day-to-day. What PMI using is a different set of language. It's a skill that we need to do. We need to make sure that we develop that. The third thing is skill. How does, when the word is skill is used, it means it need to be developed. The skill means it need to be developed. How do you develop a skill? Again and again, again. Fazan, it is in your Google Sheet. Go scroll down, you will see. Okay, if I showed you Fazan. By the way, in this class, the Saturday class, we will have this a lot. This is a mock sheet. This is again a mock sheet. So Fazan, this is, let's say, your batch 9 sheet. In the links, if you scroll, okay, here do you have flashcard. You have flashcard here. Okay, acceptance, what is acceptance criteria, etc., etc. Only 708 slides that cover every single thing. So the first time it will take 2 hours, next time it took 1 hour, then 30 minutes. Okay, in this class that we will have on Saturday, we will go through flashcards of Agile stakeholder communication team so that we can review the language. This Saturday coaching call, we will do amazing things. Okay, don't miss it. Third, skill of solving PMP question. To build any skill, first you need to know how to do that. To answer the question of how, the 7-step formula booklet, which all of you have, even if you are not my student, I'll give it to you for free. Just email me or message me. 7-step formula, I teach you how to solve question answer, 7-step formula. Okay. Then, just to make sure you understand how to solve question answer, this 70 tips and tricks, I'm gonna bring it this Saturday in the coaching call. I don't think so you have seen this. Like, it will have each and every single tip, how to, when this happen, we cover into that. 7-step plus 70 tips, and then you solve the question, and then you do RCA, root cause analysis. You solve the question, you solve the question, you solve the question. Now, when we are solving the questions, very important thing, PMP exam is a time box exam. PMP exam is a time box exam. You need to build your stamina first to solve 60 question answers, then 180 question answers. As Ali Raza cleared PMP, he was sharing the stamina of 4 hours is extremely important, is extremely critical for your PMP exam. Does that make sense to everybody? But the stamina that you need to build is different for solving question answers. I have at least 20 mocks without time box. I can give you, but on the simulator, I gave you 6 mocks of 180, which you have to sit and solve at that time. Got it? Everyone? Clear? So these are the 3 things. Okay. When you mastered skill of solving PMP question answers, PMP simulator is this for this. That's how we solve the problem. Then you can solve question answers. Okay. Now let's practice some questions on the basis of 7-step formula. Okay. I want to solve some conflict management questions because I see last time people, Taimur, you made mistake and someone else made mistake. So we will solve 15 questions today. Okay. The ideal sample of RCA we will do in the class this week. Just to answer you, I don't like it, but we will do in the class the ideal sample of RCA. Okay. Now it's good. Please remember my exam. Please remember. Message me, Adnan, right now. Your exam is on 6th, no? Okay. C. Adnan, message me. Yeah, you have my number. Why you are typing, please remember my exam here? Message me. You are managing a large pharmaceutical company, is always late. He's late in the meeting. He did not talk to him. You just documented. Now, many people said last time, this is out. Problem solving is out. Accommodating is out. Here, you did not talk to him. For smoothing, you have to talk to him. Here, you just did a passive thing. The other person did not even know that. The other person did not even know that. Right? You did not delay the conflict. You never discussed the conflict. There's a difference in that. There's a difference in that. You never even did that. So it is not, it is you avoided the conflict. Okay? I want to solve conflict management questions. Yeah. Forcing E E E E. Akhil Johnson. Forcing. So all of us has forcing as an option. You're a busy project manager. Team member are having discussion about a particular technical issues for 2 months. You went to the meeting, listened to both parties. So now you took the decision, right? Here you are taking the decision. So that is force. I just saw only 14 like on YouTube. Please do like that so that it can start coming into the algorithm of YouTube. You see, just went to the YouTube and saw there are only 14 likes here. Please click the like button. Okay, it takes tick, right? So please do that, everyone. Achha ji. Okay, how's this question? You are a busy project manager. Team members are having discussion how a particular problem issue for 2 months. You went, listen, agree. Somebody said, what is this problem? Found out one solution. Problem solving. Okay. So this we need to work into it, this question. You see, here someone said compromising. Okay, Tamur, we need to work on your concepts. We did not, in order for it to be compromising, in compromising, both parties give up something. Do you see anything giving up here by anyone? No. To be smoothing, you discuss and you delay the conflict. Both parties find a better way. Don't even discuss. Only document. You took the decision. So now you tell me which is the answer, Tamur. Shabazz, same goes for you. How it is compromising, or you are just giving the example of all of them. Okay. Let's do the next question. You're a very busy project manager. Team members are having discussion about a particular technical issues. You went to the meeting, listen. You tried hard, could not find a good. Both parties give up something. When they give up, that's compromising. A. We just discussed that. He discussed and he delayed. Discuss, avoiding. Yes, you are saying D. Can you justify your answer, please? Yes. Acha, a very important thing, especially on YouTube, like especially here, when you're solving question together, I request everyone, please give your own answers with justification. Don't just copy paste other people's answers, because there's a thing called halo effect or fear of missing out, FOMO. So many people, because of fear of missing out, like they don't want to miss out, they try to do answer what other people are saying. Okay, so yeah, okay. So here you discuss this at a later time. You delayed the conflict. You did discuss the conflict, but actually you delayed the conflict for some other time. So that is an example of smoothing. Okay, smoothing. Okay, I don't want to solve this one up. Yeah, that's a good question. Here I need you to explain product backlog, sprint backlog. Can you explain me what happens in product backlog, sprint backlog, product increment, and project management plan? Again, it's not about solving the question. It's about understanding it. Sprint backlog, ongoing user stories are there. Another question of flow. A user story has just been rejected. A user story has just been rejected. Where will the rejected user story go? Where would you document it? So this is an important thing. When user stories are accepted, they goes to product increment. When user stories are rejected, they goes back to product backlog. Okay, some nitty-gritty concept. Okay, that is important. So accepted, it goes to product increment. Yeah, let's do this question. 2-3 questions about risk. You're the project manager of large. You have identified risk. You have made plans when risk occurred. So it was not, it is an issue log. Okay, guys. So how many questions did we solve today? I had few questions I wanted to solve. I want you to man this drag and drop question. This question I wanted to solve. Man, put like what will come under finance manager, things of those nature. So this question, normally power is always here, this side, here interest is there. High interest high power. He's a high power, high interest. Okay, marketing manager. So you manage him closely. He is high power, but his interest is low. So you keep him satisfied. Keep him satisfied. Low power, low interest. Okay, in 10. Keep him informed. HR representative, the last one. So this question, whenever you are solving this question, the purpose of showing you that question was that whenever you are solving any question, we need to solve that question according to its priority, according to its importance. We should not solve questions blindly. Okay. Let me give you another questions. Please. A company is creating a new technology. The project manager component have which estimation technique we will use. So let's talk about these estimation technique. What does analogous mean? What does parametric mean? What does 3-point mean? And what does bottom up mean? Which one is the most accurate? Which one is the least accurate? Analogous is 100% based on the past. Parametric is basically statistical relationship. Bottom up is the most accurate. From bottom to upward you move. And then you have 3-point estimation. 3-point estimation is basically optimistic, pessimistic, most likely. That's how we do 3-point estimation. And here, since it was very clear, we will go with the bottom up estimation. Okay. Acha, I'll give you one more question, then we'll call it a day. Solve this one. Okay, let's see what answers you had. Okay, let's see what. So dropping by tone means loss of information. Student syndrome is you delay till the last responsible moment. Self-protection is you protect. Parkinson's law is time expand. So D is 1. C is 4. Procrastination. Worker use all the time. This is this. Okay. This is self-protection. Okay. This is dropping by tone. This is this. So these are important questions like this. Okay. So these were the questions I wanted to solve with you today. Now, I'm going to ask all of you, who do you know who can join our next program? My class is going to start in 2 weeks. This Friday, okay, is 3rd, then 7th, and then after that. In 2 weeks, my class is going to start. And as you can see, we use our 7-step formula with them to make sure they become certified PMP in the minimum possible time. So for those people who are my student, can you give your feedback? You paid $899. Is it a program to worth investing into it? This is a life I want to know. Maybe if the answer is no, I will improve. So what we do here on 6 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 17, 18, 19, then next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We do 6 days of live training. In this 6 days of live training, I go into depth of PMP. I worked with you to understand what actually you need for PMP. Okay. On day 3, on 19, we'll fill your PMP application. And on day 6, we will book your exam. Now, we ask our students to book the exam as soon as possible. Like we book it for 2 to 3 months so that we have a deadline here. Then, according to each student, we work with them to give a roadmap. A roadmap that actually works according to your requirement, not a generalized roadmap. This is called a customized roadmap that is defined according to your requirement. Okay, depending on your learning style and how much time you can give. Do you want to read book? Like I'm out of pathway to PMP here. I need to bring it back some from home. In last week, 10 people from US, they joined. I sent them the pathway to PMP. Right? So what is needed here? Customized roadmap. Then every single person I do follow up with. Me and my team member does follow up. Guys, comment on the follow up. How is it? Is it good for you, bad, or is it? The follow-up makes sure you stay on the right track. The follow-up makes sure you really give exam. Like in the case of Adil, he got sick and then we bounced back. The follow-up looked into it. This is one coaching call. We do 4 coaching call every single week. Like this Saturday, we are going to have a special question answer. You see, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And Saturday is a special coaching call. It's always different with different flavor, looking into that what they need. And then you get the my PMP community. You get a simulator that is simply the best simulator of the world. Without any doubt, that is the best simulator in the world. That is designed for you so that you can pass in the exam. So, and this is my 7th step. We keep doing that, keep doing that. And when we feel you are ready for the exam, I'll work with you and ask you to give exam. Thousands of people have done it, like 3,500 in last 3 years. If they can do it, you can do it, my friend. Right? So, Fazan, he is currently my student, of course. So he put into that great program to join irrespective exam outcome. He has not given the exam, but the exam outcome will be positive, of course. Okay. So this is something to work into that if you want to join PMP. All these things plus thousands of other things are the part of the program. And the fee we had not increased, we will be increasing either in November or December. We will be going up to $1,200. $1,200. So this is the fees right now. Okay. Because I want to limit my number of students. And I can give you example. In batch 2 2025, we got 95 students. And I realized the value of the program becomes challenging here to deliver that value. It was $699 at that time in January. I increased it from the month of March to $899. Then, of course, in the next batch, we had 45 students. Okay. And from there on, every single batch, we have 50. Like 50 is the amount I am allowing it. So every batch is sold out. I'm looking the number. Since from last few batches, 3 days before the batch is sold out. Right. So now, on November, December, I'm gonna make it $1,200. I don't want to train thousands of non-interested people. I want to train every month interested people, committed people. If you are not committed, this program is not for you. If you are committed, you are my guy. Let's start the journey and let's make you certified PM. Thank you very much for joining, and I hope to see you on Saturday coaching call. Bye-bye.
I would have not been able to clear the exam if Amer Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.
I did not believe that I will be able to clear my PMP within a month.
I don't know what to say actually. Like I'm kind of like really
I got my results and I was above target in all 3 categories.
Wow.